As soon as I get into the Z3, I automatically feel at home. It's got the typical BMW dashboard, and it makes me feel special, you know. Looks great on the inside. This particular one's got two-tone leather interior, and considering that this car is over 10 years old, I think it still looks in pretty much good condition. And let's see if she starts. First time. And then the roar of the 6-cylinder engine. This particular engine is a 2.8. It produces 192 brake horsepower. Produces 192 brake horsepower. BMW did make bigger engines and smaller ones for this Z3, and I think this one is the best. Now, as a driving machine, it's awesome. I mean, as soon as I put my foot down, it wants to go. I can also drive it relatively slow. I mean, I don't have to always push it. Steering wheel's a bit on the big side, but to control these 17-inch wheels, actually this one is 16-inch, it's actually quite nice to have something that's substantial. Let me check how it handles.
16-inch wheels are great for handling. The 17s look great.
Woo! Not bad. Just went over a couple of speed bumps. The car doesn't feel overly hard. I mean, some sports cars, I mean, they almost break your back. I mean, it feels hard, but it's not back breaking. It feels sporty, but comfortable. And as I drive along, I get the looks. You know, some people like the car. Some people, just because it's a BMW, they hate it. But some people love it. Different reactions from different people. But no matter what reaction you get, you always get a reaction, which I think is great. And this BMW's got a power hood. It's not all automatic. I mean, you still got to lift, undo the two clips, and then lift it up slightly, and then put it down. And once you've done that,
10 seconds.
it's pretty quick. I mean, how long did that take me? A few seconds. In some ways, it's probably better than a fully electric hood.
The hood seals on the
you can do this
BMW
with manual if you want
Z3
to.
can be expensive to replace, so be wary of Z3s with faulty hoods or leaky hoods, especially if you take it to BMW.
Sounds great in the parking lots. You gotta love that 6-cylinder engine. I mean, that's what BMW is known for. They're 6-cylinder engines, you know.
The Z3's got 192
best.
brake horsepower,
Wow.
and
I've really got a smile on my face. The sun's down, the sun's up. I've got the roof down. I feel different already. I feel like I'm in a good mood. I mean, this car, even though there's a little bit of traffic here, I mean, and now I'll go through a tunnel, and if I can, I'll just slow down a bit.
the car's got a great
Man.
soundtrack,
Yeah.
and the notes
Okay.
coming out of the exhaust. It's just pure pleasure.
Just
Gear
love that
changes are
6-cylinder
smooth,
engine.
and it revs freely through the rev range, right up until the red line.
Give it a bit of power. Power. Woo-hoo-hoo! I love this BMW gearbox. It's great, it changes easy, precise. It's not the fastest change in the world, but you know you're going to always hit the right gear. For a car that's 10 years old, it still drives like it just came out of the factory. I mean, everything still feels solid in here. I mean, no cracks on the dashboard. I mean, and this thing hasn't been garaged or anything. It's just been out in the sun just like any other regular car. Nothing's gone wrong. I mean, that's BMW for you. Now this model's got 192 brake horsepower. This is the 2.8. They made the small ones, 2.2, 1.9 and 1.8. And then late 1999, 2000, they did the 3-litre version of this one, and then the ZM. There was a law at the time in Germany that you couldn't have more than a certain amount of brake horsepower per litre in a car. Otherwise it fell into a different insurance group or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, this car, because of that, is grossly underpowered. I mean, just by changing the exhaust manifold, which costs you about 700 quid, get an extra 30 horsepower easily out of this car. And then if you still chip that on top of that, it makes it even faster. That's why I think this is the best one to buy. Because it's an underpowered engine. I mean, 192 brake horsepower isn't exactly a little bit of horsepower, so it's got enough. It does a 0 to 60 time in about 6.8 seconds, so it's not slow by any means. Actually, it's pretty quick. And being a 2.8, it probably handles better than a 3-litre. 3 litres faster, but once you do the M50 conversion, which is the manifold, you will be able to eat the 3-litre for breakfast if you wanted to. This one doesn't have that conversion, it's just bog standard, but I think it's good because at least I know this engine will last forever, because you'll never ever, no matter what you do, break this engine, because it needs more.